What is going on, future millionaires? Welcome to the DeFi Passive Income Hour, where we're going to be talking everything DeFi. We're going to be hanging out for an hour, getting questions answered. But before we get going, to the people that's in the live stream so far, let me know how the audio is coming in, and let me know how the video is coming in before we get going today. Got Zoom, all good. It's all good, bro. Appreciate it. Josh is Spensano. Let's see. But yeah, man. Basically today, what we're going to be talking about is just some of the DeFi projects I'm still compounding today. Last couple of videos I put out have been more so for mainstream, of course, Solana, Polygon, things of that nature. But I'm still, have my high risk tolerance as well that I like to invest in as well. So yeah, man, hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. This year is actually going by pretty quick already. We're already in the 3rd week of January. So yeah, we're actually going on the 4th week here. So first things first, man, I'm gonna briefly just kind of go over to the overall market here. If I can pull this up here. Mike, thank you for the content, bro. But where do you find a relay DeFi passive income project? Reliable DeFi passive income project. I mean, to be honest, man, all crypto's high risk, and then you have some crypto that's even more high risk, right? Animal Farm, I'm in Animal Farm, definitely in Animal Farm. Got quite a few videos out on Animal Farm. But yeah, so for me, it's more so going off of projects that kind of have that track record that's proven themselves, right? Because we always are going to see new DeFi projects come up, just like we have new cryptos that come up all the time. And so if they haven't proven themselves, my philosophy has been for DeFis to get your initial investment back first, and then think about potentially growing with the project if that project is still here. There's a couple of updates that's happened about some of the projects I'm invested in. Number one, of course, we all know about 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗏, which basically said they were scammed. But in my opinion, or hacked, in my opinion, I think it was a complete rug, which I talked about that. Gary Williams, what's going on, man? Another afternoon MTI. Good afternoon. And then we had Furio recently, which I don't talk about too much. And I didn't put really a lot of risk capital, only put like maybe $1,100 in there. But if you look at let me pull them up. Their prices actually dropped down even further. It's around like 60 cents now. And we know the new LMS that they did was, like around 89 to 99 cents. So yeah. How it's looking, Furio could potentially definitely be on their last leg with that price dropping the way it did. Switch over to my other wallet here. He said DeFi Furio is done now, man. It definitely looks like it. Looks like they're on their last leg. Definitely looks like they're on their last leg for sure. Move down. Come on. Trying to pull this screen up for you guys. All right, here we go. So if you look right here on the swap, you can see their page, man. Let's see. You look at that price, it's 60 cents now. So it literally did a crazy drop yesterday. So from my opinion, it looks like they're definitely on their last leg. We'll see what happens. As you guys know, I only put like 1,100 in. And I've just been compounding, as you can see the rate right here. I literally just been compounding once a day to see if I'm able to get to that maxed out wallet if the project is still going to be here. But right now, it doesn't look that way. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the year, it's going to be very interesting to see how some of these DeFi protocols kind of stand up here in the new year for 2023. And also, if we happen to take another leg down, which is extremely possible, how does these projects hold up with another leg down in the crypto market? Of course, everything is pumping right now. You can see we're down just a little bit, but we're over that 1 trillion again. Bitcoin over 22.8, Ethereum on its way up to 1700. We got BNB over to 300 as well. Solana, Polygon doing their thing. And so with that being said, I do think we can see another leg down here in the crypto market. But when will that happen? And will it happen? Screen kind of lagged up here on me. So we got, hey Mike, please, what's your take on the current rally? Will it be a bull run hereafter, or should we wait to the next Fed meeting? Well, as I said previously, I think the bull run, the full-on bull run won't be until 2025. The earliest I can see it happening is late 2024, the end of 2024. But again, you know, nobody really knows. But if I had to say anything, I'm sticking with 2025. And the reason being is because, one, we still have a lot of regulation that's going to be happening this year. We have CBDCs that's going to be coming out this year and in 2024, which I do think will shake the market up temporarily, as well as regulation. And then also we still have all of the numbers of the rate of change, as far as like CPIs, interest rates, and things of that nature. How does all that continue to affect the market? So this is why I think this rally was needed. I do think the crypto market needed it as well. However, I do not think this is the bull run at all. We just hit over 1 trillion. And as I mentioned in the previous video, we were around, you know, 800 to 900 billion for so long. So when we saw that huge pump and we saw green for like a week to 2 weeks straight, everybody was like, okay, this is the bull run this time, because everything started jumping, right? And it's kind of easy to fall into that. But if you realize, we're nowhere close to signifying a bull run, in my personal opinion. The all-time high is 3.1 trillion. We're barely over 1 trillion. So for me, for it to even be close to signifying a bull run, we will have to be well over 2 trillion, in my opinion. So I don't think this is the bull run. I still think 2023 is going to be an accumulation year. And that's my thought process on that. Spow, what's good? Mike, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you tuning in. Patrick Straub, ETH Beans launching on Thursday. That's interesting. Tell me more about it. Fernande, man, I'm not even gonna try to mess your name up. 𝗬𝗧𝗏 is still going strong for 3 years now. You guys should take a look into it. And honestly, man, people have been telling me since I got more into like super high risk DeFi, they was like, Mike, check out 𝗬𝗧𝗏, check out 𝗬𝗧𝗏. So I might check it out, but I always felt like if the project's been here 3 years, about time I get in and maybe on his last leg. But then again, who truly really knows, right? Gary Williams, I think we go down again, but higher lows set in. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that as well. Patrick Straub, Purple Beans is a great passive way to earn Matic. Yep, I seen my boy Scott the Investor did a video on that. Preferred funds to 𝗬𝗧𝗏, longer track record and better weekly. Okay. No miners. Yeah, I mean, miners takes a different type of person, because I mean it's a miner. It's not a, I mean, you can call it a project, you can call it a DApp, but I mean, it's truly a miner. So it does have pretty much a lifespan, right? What's your take on the crypto program? Are you talking about the crypto arbitrage program? I believe that's what you're talking about, but I just want to double check. If so, I've looked into it. I do like what they're doing. However, I don't know if I'm going to invest in it. And one reason as well, I'm starting to see a ton of, you know, YouTubers get into it as well. Of course, they're fully doxxed and things of that nature. And I have no problem using a VPN. I use that every once in a while when I need to. But I don't know if I'm just going to jump into crypto arbitrage packages. Thanks again, bro. Any suggestion on NFT passive income? Yeah, I guess it depends on, you know, what chain you want to be on, but I recently just purchased a couple more, well, one more NFT from EMP Money that pays out ETH and EMP, right? So I purchased like 2 in the past month here. Let me go ahead and show this for you guys, see if you can see this. So if you look right here, you can see I now own 7 NFTs. And if you remember when they first launched, I only had 5. So I purchased 2 more over the past month or so. And if you look right here, if you look to the far left, you can see the current LP price for the EMP and ETH LP paired token is $28.69. You can see I have around 2.18 LPs. And the thing I do like about this, it's not locked in the detonator or anything of that nature. I can literally claim this and sell it right now if I wanted to, or I can break these apart and use them in different ways. As far as EMP, I can get nodes if I wanted to. I can take that ETH, sell it into more EMP, sell it into E-shares, or I can take this LP here, which is what I did. This was only like 2 days worth of claim when I first got those NFTs. I put it into the liquidity pools here, which allow you to earn E-share as well, which is currently about $88. And then I can also just take that full LP without breaking it apart and put it into the overall detonator itself, right? And continue to, you know, grow my position here. Now, the thing I do like about EMP is they really are setting themselves up to be sustainable. However, you're not going to get huge yields or huge daily yields like some of the other protocols that we may be aware of. So, but I do like the fact that they're setting themselves up to be very sustainable. So one project I will say is EMP Money. If you're bullish on ETH, of course, if you're not bullish on ETH, then EMP Money may not be the project for you, unless you do like some other things that they're doing. But right now, this is just all passive right here. You know, half of this is ETH, half of this is EMP. I can also sell that EMP into the other portion of ETH as well. If I go over to Alpha Shares, here's the current NFTs that I hold. I literally purchased these 2. They were the same, but I got them at basically a cheaper price than what the mint price was, which was $300. So kind of depend on what you're bullish on, things of that nature. I also own some Solana NFTs that I held, you know, mid last year that still pays out passive income as well. So it just kind of depends on what you're into. Is your DeFi goal to retire off this or just supplement income to stocks? This is just more so supplement income, and don't have a job. I'm a full-time content creator. Left my corporate job back of April of 2021. So this April will actually be 2 years me working for myself. But great question, man. Great question. MZA, what's the news on BTTC, BitTorrent chain? Man, one thing I want to say about this, man, I haven't been able to, and it's not that I wanted to get away from BTT, but I haven't been able to not ever have someone ask me about BitTorrent. And so I've had people say, hey, Mike, are you going to talk about BitTorrent for 2023? It's possible. I'm not going to say I'm not going to. It's very possible. But I will leave it at that. Don't have any news right now on BTTC. I am still holding and staking some BitTorrent chain on the BitTorrent chain D app itself, but nothing, you know, crazy right now. Thanks. If it's a short run, then please guide. If I want to make some good returns, investing $1,000, quick small return, then which 2 altcoins should I go for? Which made 2x return the next? Man, dude, I don't know, man. Like I get where you're coming from, man, but you're asking for financial advice, and then you're also asking for what will the market do in the next 10 days. The market definitely I can't even talk. The market can definitely continue to go up in the next 10 days. However, I'm not going to say, hey, invest in this so you can 2x your return in the next 10 days. You know what I mean? Like I would, in my opinion, I would be doing you a disservice, right? Because nobody really knows what's going to happen, and the market has already shot up quite a bit so far. And right now it's kind of hanging just over that 1 trillion. You know what I mean? So we could definitely see a leg down again prior to seeing any type of movement up, or it can move up a little bit higher and then we see a leg down. So, I mean, with this question here, man, I can't really, you know, give you an answer on that, man. You know, where to invest $1,000 to get a quick 2x. Yeah. Opinions on Droplet so far. I like Droplet. I like the fact that they will be able to burn drip and actually, I mean, per se, send it to the tax vault, quote unquote, not actually burning it, but sending it to the tax vault. I do like some of the daily yields that they have so far. There's a lot of the main drip YouTubers that's in it already. You know, 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗓𝗏, which is Lee, Stunna, you know, Best Passive Incomes from Jamie. You got Crypto King. So a lot of people are already in the project. And I was also one of the people who heard about the project before it came all the way out to the full public. We had a private Telegram talking about Droplet where we went over the white paper, things of that nature with Scott, Drip Coach, you know, things of that nature. So I do like what they're doing so far. Again, it's still early, but I do like the fact that they have a lot of the support from some of the main drip community, which in a sense, I guess kind of gives it credibility in a sense, right? Just like when some of the main developers create new tools for us to use, it kind of gives them that credibility. So again, it's still a new DeFi project. It's still one of those projects where you probably have to get in a little bit earlier to earn the higher yields. But if you have more of a long-term perspective and you're bullish on drip and you like what, you know, Droplet is doing with the lit token and the golden drop share token, golden drip share token, you know, it may be something to look into. I haven't done a video on it. I'm still looking into it, still looking to see how things are going to go over the past, you know, week or two, and then I may do some assessment from that point. Congrats to you. Thanks for the answers, man. No problem, man. No problem. Love from India. If not 2x, still a small one. So, man, I mean, honestly, you're talking about a 1x, a 2x in the next 10 days. Like, dude, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. In my opinion, I would say maybe look for an OG type of altcoin that hasn't pumped so much. You may have some luck around there, but honestly, I would just, if you're looking to do a play like that, put $1,000 in to see if you can 2x it in 10 days. I would probably say just kind of hang on the sidelines and wait. You may get a better deal. Gotta go DJing for a 2x in 10 days. You ain't lying, man. But that's probably what he's referring to as well, though. That's probably what he's talking about. Baby Doge story over. Baby Doge, baby Doge. I've never invested into it. They do got a strong community. I have no idea, but definitely if you're looking for a 2x, the meme coin sector is definitely the way to go, right? And meme coins, in my opinion, I do think they are great for the community for one major reason: the positivity that a lot of them bring, right? I think every industry, every sector has some type of role that it plays in crypto. In meme coins, you have some memes that have very small utility. You have some memes that's starting to try to build utility, but most memes are just flat out community tokens, right? That's built off of the community and that has value based off of that community. And so with meme tokens, I like the fact that they give positivity, because there's a lot of negativity in crypto. There's a lot of toxic in crypto, and so it does allow to bring more people in as far as adoption, because if it only stayed toxic, how do you bring more people into the whole crypto space as a whole? Rather it's, you know, just getting into blockchain tech, rather it's passive income, rather it's OG cryptos, rather it's meme coins, rather it's Oracle tokens, whatever it may be, right? So I do like the aspect that, you know, meme coins do bring that positivity in communities. Now, yes, some memes can be toxic, but for the most part, they're pretty positive. Went nuts this week. I saw that. I'm not in it, but I definitely saw that. It was people tweeting about it as well. I saw that, Gary. I hope drip go to $5. I mean, I'm sure we all hope it goes to 5. I'm sure we all hope it goes to 5. Definitely. I mean, more so, we're just kind of waiting on that utility for drip. Of course, we see utility coming out for Animal Farm, but we're really just waiting for what's going to happen with drip. I'll take a $2 drip. Yeah. I mean, anything over $1 is better than where we're at now, right? Any suggestions on sport betting DeFi? Not as of yet. Not as of yet. Good question. Yeah, me too. I saw a buy and burn today. Crypto, I want it all the time. Man, you looking at almost like about a $200 drip, man. We're gonna need a lot of burning, man, and a lot of utility for that to happen. But if we look at drip right now, man, see the price is what, 51 cents? You know, price is 51 cents. So yeah, still kind of holding steady, but could it fall lower than this? I mean, of course it can. Of course it can. But again, we know one thing, the community is pretty strong. And a lot of people are just kind of waiting on Forex to truly drop that utility for drip itself. That's what a lot of people are waiting on. Man, not sure. The biggest issue that hurt drip was the fact that I had to, you know, print so many tokens, right, to continue to pay out that 1% for people that was selling. That's the biggest thing that hurt the price, because yes, you got people that's going to sell, but then when you have the token, the total supply being inflated, that's also like a double hit on the price, right? Because now it takes even more money, more volume to actually move that price up, because now you actually have more tokens to spread that money out into. And so that was one of the major big things that hurt it. Like the investor, are you up on flow? Are you talking about like the flow that came out before drip flow, or is it a new flow in town? Because I'm familiar with the flow that was here before drip, but is there something new that's going on? Because there's always a new project. There's always a new project. So if we look at the animal farm real quick, I still have my same dogs that I purchased right when Animal Farm opened back up November 1st. Still my 2249. If you look right here on the tax reduction here, you can see 86% tax reduction. So I almost got that full tax. When this hits 94%, that will be at the max tax you can get, because there's still going to be a 6% tax on dogs. But I'm still probably just going to leave this here and keep staking it. As I said, this is more so of just a set and forget here. As you can see, I have about 124 worth of dogs BNB, which is about 0.64% of a full LP pair of the dog BNB token. So this is about what, $62 in BNB, $62 in dogs. So a couple dog tokens and a little bit of BNB if I wanted to use that. And then I haven't actually showed the garden in a while, but let me close this wallet out and go to another one. I've already compounded for today, but you can see I got around 79.1 million plants in the garden. Now, as you guys know, the garden definitely has taken, you know, a big hit, you know, pretty much for everyone that was into it, just because of all of the factors, the drip price, people pulling out the LPs, and then people just selling overall, right? And so, and then also, of course, you have the decay with plants as well, right? So with all that being said, those three major factors is what really kind of affected the garden. LJ DeFi, what is going on, man? Appreciate you always coming by. Sup Money Mike, what's good? I'm passing through, hailing you, brother, and what's up, family? Bless up. This dude always shows support, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Flow blockchain or some DeFi project. It says, Mike, can you maybe give some tips on how to earn money? Okay. Be a little bit more specific, like how to earn money, you know, like in crypto, just in general, in DeFi itself. Let me know exactly what you mean. Give us some tips on how to earn money. RD, I appreciate the stream. No problem. Appreciate you tuning in. But I mean, the main way, the easiest way to make money will be to take your initial investment out as soon as you have the ability, because you technically aren't making any profit until, we get our initial investment back. And then anything over the initial investment you take out would be considered actual profit. So first and foremost, with anything, whether you're getting money from NFTs, DeFi protocols, taking profits, whatever it may be, how would you help your friends get into DeFi? Would you even get them started with it? There's a lot of complexity at the beginning. I completely agree. So I think first and foremost, I would let them understand the basics of crypto and blockchain itself. Because if they don't understand that first, it's going to be a lot harder for them to understand DeFi, because DeFi puts all the control and all the responsibility on that individual investor. And so a lot of people today still don't actually like that, which is why we're still having a lot of people that is keeping their crypto on exchanges, which I can't tell you why they're doing it after everything that's happened in 2022. We also just had Genesis file for bankruptcy. I just don't understand how people could still trust these companies and still keep your money on an exchange that you don't actually have control on. And honestly, that's kind of more so of the traditional way, like when you got into stocks and things of that nature, 401ks and mutual funds. You're trusting a company that's gonna, give you the money when it's time for you to get it, right? And so with that being said, a lot of that has carried over into crypto. And so first and foremost, I will have them understand the basics of crypto, why crypto is even a thing, what problem is crypto solving, how it gives us freedom if we utilize it right. Then once they understand that, I think it'll be a little bit easier to get them into DeFi. Now, one thing I will say, there are different levels of DeFi, right? ROI platforms such as Drip, EMP Money, things of that nature. Those aren't just the only thing in DeFi. There are other things that are in DeFi as well. So I will first figure out what's their risk tolerance. Do they understand the basics? Figure out what their goal is. Figure out what they're trying to accomplish. And then figure out, do they actually want any type of responsibility of their investments, because that's going to play a big part as in how much they get involved with DeFi itself. And quick question for the people that's watching this live: if you have a ledger, if you have a personal ledger, put a L in the comment section. I just want to see something. If you own a ledger, or one or two, I own a few ledgers. But if you own any type of a ledger or hardware wallet, put an L in the comment section. And I just want to see something. Kind of going off of what I was just saying and going off of your question about how to get friends into DeFi. And you can see there's a few people putting L in the comment section right now. And what this means is they've taken the responsibility to take full control of their assets, of their financial freedom, of their financial future, right? And this is why I wanted to put this in here. Not everyone is going to take that risk or take that responsibility to say, hey, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to keep all of my assets in my control. I'm not going to allow a centralized entity to control it, right? So with that being said, this is why I wanted to show this. So number one, once they understand crypto, once they understand the basics, then start teaching them about different wallets and things of that nature, right? Because a hot wallet is cool, something you have on your phone, but it doesn't have that full security, right? That's more of an everyday wallet. A ledger is only connected to the network, or a Trezor is only connected to the network when we connect it. And so that gives you that extra security that you definitely want to have, right? So let me go back up to a couple questions here I missed. I think it will be too late to drip. The price is very low. Price is definitely very low. Way lower than the pre-sale price, which was I think like $3. So no more AI trading bots. I got burned on Relay Fund and Yield Robot on the same day. Ouch. Man, I heard Relay Fund rugged as well. I wasn't in Relay Fund. I got in Yield Robot. I wasn't going to get in both of those because I already knew the risk and the risk end up being correct. They rugged on us, but hey, it is what it is. We're gonna keep moving forward. But yeah, definitely tough. AI, in my opinion, creates a lot of opportunity to make money, but I also think it's going to create a lot of danger in the future for us as well, right? That's just kind of one thing I believe. Gary Williams says, you got different type protocols in DeFi and you have to learn the functionality of each, which is a little daunting at first. I completely agree because DeFi really puts the learning curve on you. I mean, it's putting everything on you. If you want to go and compound, if you want to go and withdraw, if you want to convert your money, if you want to send your money to the exchange so you can't take it out into fiat, all of that is strictly on you. Whereas if you're just, holding money on a centralized exchange, you sell, buy, you can cash out pretty easy, right? Whereas with DeFi, you really start to learn the ins and outs of crypto itself. Don't forget this, guy. Scam people on board. Haha, okay. Did I really? Tell me how I scam people. Wow, man. You tell me. Look at every crypto exchange that went down last year. And then look at the channels that are twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times bigger than me who talked about these same exchanges. But you're blaming me because a crypto company went down. I lost 100,000 on Voyager, to be completely honest. And if you watch my previous videos where I touched on what happened with Voyager, you would know that. But anyway. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Might could Ledger service go down or something and make Ledger Live not work? I believe it could. I mean, anything is possible. We haven't seen that happen before. But it is possible. Now, if you do get the Ledger Nano X, it does have Bluetooth capabilities. So say, for example, the grid shut down, the internet shut down, or you just was out of internet and you needed to use, some assets in your cold storage, you could use your Ledger Nano X via Bluetooth and connect it with your phone and still be able to utilize it. So, I'm not sure, but I do like the Nano X Bluetooth capability. So I will say, if you are getting a hardware wallet, a cold hardware wallet, try to get one as well that have that Bluetooth capability. Hey, Mike, we still early in the game. Definitely. With mass adoption still going, the big picture is that will it be controlled by the corrupt government? Man, that is a great question. To be honest with you, I think some of it already is controlled by centralized entities and government, right? Which I think is good and bad. So if we look at, let's see, I'm trying to give an example. If we just look at some of the major cryptos that are in the space today, a lot of them are already centralized. However, that's gave them more adoption, which has helped the crypto space. But at the end of the day, it kind of hurts us as well, because now the same thing that we're going to get away from centralized entities and control entities, they have their hands in crypto and blockchain tech. So it's a two-edged sword thing. We can go super deep down the rabbit hole on this one. We can go super deep down the rabbit hole on that one. Ignore him, Mike. Nah, Mike, the VGX burned you too. Definitely. That's people though, man. That's people, man. And honest, people like that shouldn't invest. I mean, they really shouldn't, but it is what it is. Mike, are you still following the vote on Binance recovery? I am still following it. And for those that don't know, if you haven't known yet, they put out an email and things of that nature, but you can go into the Voyager app and it'll show you what your claimed amount is going to be based off of the July 5th date. And then remember, though, it's also going to be a prorated amount of that as well, which definitely sucks. And I kind of chalked it up as a loss. But I will say this. Some people say, Mike, I lost this amount of money. I lost a lot of money as well. So if at first the money was going to be completely zero and maybe we're able to get 10, 15,000 of maybe what I lost, I'll at least take that than just $0, right? It doesn't make up to what I lost, but I at least take something, because for a minute there, it just looked like we weren't going to get anything. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I've moved on from it because it's a touchy subject. A lot of people lost a lot of money, including myself. So a lot of people like to still vent and discuss, hey, Mike, we're getting killed on the Voyager deal. I get it. It sucks, but I have no control over that. You know what I mean? I can't, change nothing on that. I'm in the same position as you guys, right? Some people lost more money than me. Some people lost less money than me. But with all that being said, we're in the same boat. Gary Williams, nice PFP with the gripper. Thank you. No problem. Everyone, don't forget to like for the algorithm. Definitely. I haven't even said that today. We are so early. If we had regulation, I couldn't imagine the price of Algo, Polygon, VeChain, XRP. These guys got more going on than many huge man. Agreed. Man, honestly, can't forget about Solana either, Gary, man. Solana gonna be tough. I think XLM is gonna be tough as well. I think XRP and XLM are two of two different coins, right? I think they coincide with each other. Remember, 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗏, who helped found XRP, was the same person who left to go create Stellar XLM, right? There's a huge connection there. And so don't forget about XLM either, man. I think they're going to be super solid as well. VeChain for sure. Polygon by far. Algo is going to be solid as well. I think Solana is going to be major also. I think the phone is really going to be big for them, but I do think they're probably going to have some type of mess ups here and there just because it's new tech. It's coming out, the new Solana Saga mobile phone. I do think that's going to be huge for crypto, huge for the Solana ecosystem, but I do think there's going to be some hiccups, of course, because it's new tech. It's expected to happen. Mike, your thoughts on CAT, crypto arbitrage trading, crypto arbitrage team? Yep, I've heard of it. I've had so many people reach out to me about this one. Same with Yield. I'm gonna just wait off on this one. I'm gonna just wait. Let's say I don't get in. 3 months go down the road, they still paying out big. If I missed that money I could have got in, hey, I'm okay with it. But right now, I'm just gonna kind of hold off and kind of survey the field a little bit. But I do like that they're doxed, which that never really bothered me, but I do like their docs. They had a guy actually go on, I believe, CNN or something like that actually talk about the project. So I do like what they're doing. But again, I'm just going to survey the field. I'm not just going to hop into the project. I agree, very touchy subject, and we did lose a lot, but some is better than none. I agree. Crypto Unlimited 22, and thank you for all you do for the space. Hey, I appreciate you two always coming over, showing that positive support. You guys keep killing it as well. DeFi Finance, Quant for sure. Yeah, I'm not in Quant, but I do think Quant would do some things as well. Has a strong community. XRP is just gonna rip once the lawsuit is settled. Very well could. I got a bag I bought back in 2020, man. Same with XLM, a bag I bought back in 2020, still holding. So a nice bag. So when it actually pumps, I will be taking those profits. I never knew the connection with XRP and XLM. Yeah, oh yeah. Just look it up. I also got videos on XLM. I never talked about XRP, even though I hold both and I bought them both at the same time. But go and look at some of my older XLM videos, and you'll be able to you'll probably find out some stuff you didn't know about Stellar XLM. Oh yeah. CAT dropping percentage next month, but their trades were verified as actual arbitrage trades. Okay. And so, Gary, can you actually validate that as well, like on the blockchain? Because we know how some projects, they will come out and say, hey, these are the trades that we're doing. This is our profit. This is our loss. But you can't actually validate it on the blockchain. So can you validate that on the blockchain itself? Just curious on that. Just curious. Patrick, what is the connection? So there's a lot of connection, but basically I was saying 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗏, the guy who helped found XRP, is the same guy who left XRP and he founded XLM, Stellar XLM. And if you understand what Stellar XLM is trying to do, XRP is trying to do, XRP is mostly for the banks. XLM is for the people, right? Quote unquote. But like it's to put everyone on a level playing field when it comes to the banks, when it comes to the people, when it comes to corporations, the whole 9 yards. Big Mike, Aaron X, what up? The GOAT. 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗢𝗓 is legit, man. 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗢𝗓 is legit. Yo, someone outside took the time to validate. Gotcha. But for as many people that's in the community, is there any way for us, like say I want to get in, I'm an outside investor thinking to put some money into the project, and they say, hey, we have these arbitrage trades, which we know is legit. However, can we prove it? Can we say, oh, this is what they did on the blockchain? Or is there a link to show when these trades are done, hey, this is what happened, right? Or someone that took a look and validated it, how accurate is that? And how fresh is it, right? And how up to date is that as well? It's my only question. And this isn't anything coming at crypto arbitrage team, but this is just questions we got to ask, questions we should know as investors, right? And so as we've seen projects that show their trades, but there really wasn't trades. So just curious. XRP, XLM, XDC, Algo, HBAR, Quant, and IOTA. And I still like IOTA as well. One thing that really intrigued me was their DAG, but also that they were already quantum computer resistance, right? Because we know that's the future. Quantum computers are the ones that can do force hacks and that can, break into different passwords in a matter of seconds, right? That's the future. And so a lot of cryptos that's out today don't even have that tech to stop that from happening. IOTA already has that tech. And so that was one thing that really intrigued me about the project. Garrett Williams says third party. They are also ISO 2022. I think it's 20022 compliant. But yes, you are correct. They are. Mike, you in Pulse Chain? I put over a little bit, but not a lot. But I don't really follow the updates on Pulse Chain, to be honest with you. I sacrificed very little, but not a ton. Not a ton. If it does what it says it's gonna do, I have some pretty good money, but I'm not really following the hype or when it's gonna be launched or anything of that nature. Just the top 3 exchanges that I believe started the crypto collapse: Celsius, Voyager, Luna, and FTX. Then you had 3AC as well, BlockFi. So many things happen, man. So many things, man. So yeah. The connections, ISO 2 compliance, everyone look it up. That is one connection. For sure. And now Gemini, yep. And I said that earlier in the stream. I said Gemini filed for bankruptcy this year. And so this is why I just can't imagine why people will still, leave their assets on these exchanges when we have seen these things happen time and time again, right? FTX was bigger than Voyager. You know what I mean? And they crashed. Voyager had a ton of people. They crashed. BlockFi also had a ton of people. They crashed. 3AC, they crashed. Gemini, they crashed. And there was a few other projects that had, companies that had issues, but they didn't file for insolvency yet or didn't file for bankruptcy, which was like Nexo, I know, had a few issues. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I still think this year is going to be more of an accumulation year, even though we have seen a little bit of that rally. But if you think about it, the prices was way more higher than where they are today when we were at a 2 trillion market cap, 2.5 trillion market cap. So, we're just over 1,000. All right, so 2022, then. I actually did a video also talking about this on XLM. So check that out. Let me see if I can go to something real quick. Let me see if I can locate just to show y'all something, man. And so for the people that's watching the live stream right now, this is what I've been contemplating and thinking about doing. I want you guys to let me know what you think. So on my upload days, which you guys know is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm thinking about doing 2 videos on those upload days, One would be for, the DGens, the high risk plays, as far as like, DeFi, things of that nature. Then the other video would be for more of the mainstream cryptos, which is pretty much what I got known on, right? Talking about more of the mainstream. So that's what I'm really contemplating, what I think the direction I'm going to go in. But for the people that's watching right now, let me know what you think on that. 2 videos on my upload days, one for the high risk people, and then another for more of the mainstream cryptos. So yeah, there's some of my old videos right here. If you look right here, y'all, you can see long term. This is over a year ago. This is me talking about 5 major partnerships and integrations in 2021. Just be patient. 2023 to 2030. The OTC market's here, also with Grayscale. Algorand is solid as well, but these are just some of the older videos that you can see well over a year ago. I was talking about 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗢, letting people know what's coming if they're patient and have that long-term mindset to grow with a project. So where we at? Let me catch back up on these comments. Why I'm bullish on Amazon Doge. You can watch the bot, detailed breakdown of traders, every stake. That's interesting. Okay. I like that. Shiba Inu. Shiba's great, man. I also made quite a bit of money when they did their run. I made decent amount of money, man, on Shiba. So it was nice. The question is, can you make more money from them this next cycle? Right? I do think Shiba will run again. How much will it run? No idea. Right? The question is, Doge or Shiba? Who do you guys like? Or, of course, you can go with both. But if you had to choose Doge or Shiba, who you gonna run with? The thing I do like about Doge is the fact that I feel like, even though it has the Elon clout over it, I do feel like it is a little bit more centralized than Shiba. Why? Because you can actually mine Doge. You can't mine Shiba Inu. Just something to look at. Right. So if you're one of those people that's in DeFi and you're real big on, ownership, decentralization, I do think Doge is a little bit more decentralized just because you can't mine it. And then if you think about it, the World Economic invited Shiba Inu and they didn't invite Doge. That's something to keep your eye on. If you know anything about the World Economic Forum, they're kind of leading this whole new digital age, right? So just keep that in mind. Why would you invite Shiba but not Doge? And I'll leave it at that. I got 250K of XRP, and that is my ticket to financial freedom and generational wealth. My man. He said Ripple is a lie. Is a sex you are more inclined to trust? Is there a sex you are more inclined to trust? I would say I still use Coinbase, but I don't leave anything on there. And I also use crypto.com, but I don't leave anything on there. So if I'm using it, it's typically to cash out in fiat or to maybe buy a crypto and then send it to another wallet. So I do use crypto.com still. I do use Binance. And then sometimes I may use MEC, depending on if it's a super, lower gem coin that hasn't made it onto the top exchanges yet. But I don't leave anything on exchanges. Nothing on exchanges at all. Nothing. This is Binance equals CIA. Zulu, you on a roll, ain't you? Oh, man. What do you think of this, Mike? What, everything you said? I like that idea, Mike. Is this a coincidence? There's no such thing as a coincidence, in my opinion. No such thing as a coincidence. Everything is designed. Everything is structured. The world is, put it like this. If you look at the world and you think and you just look at it, it's not what you think. The world is a stage, and us as the people, we are the audience. So if you read between the lines on what I just said, you know where I'm coming from. There's no coincidences. Also, the powers that be are also in crypto. They also control it to a degree as well, in my opinion. Right? Now we're getting down a rabbit hole. We're talking about, quote unquote, some people will call it a conspiracy, but if you know, you know. Could Ripple be a lie? You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. Could Binance be CIA? You tell me. You tell me. Shiba Inu is close to Stellarium as well, which is going to be good because it will help burn tokens for SHIB, and it's been getting a lot of pump from that as well. So long as Stellarium does, you know, what it says it's going to do, and it lives up to the hype that it's getting, I think it's going to be great for SHIB. I do. I think it will be great for SHIB. I made a nice bag on SHIB, so I'm Shiba. I wish the Shiba and drip communities could collaborate. Sheesh. Man, that would be interesting. I don't know how it would happen, but that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Spritz Finance thoughts bill pay off-ramp to your bank, US only, but running great. I actually talking with them, so I should be here soon bringing on one of the main team members, if not the founder, on the show for a live AMA. So I had actually been talking with them over the past couple of weeks. Just haven't been able to put a video out, but I would also like to actually bring him on the show instead of doing a video if I can get that done. So I am working on that. I just haven't mentioned it. But I do like Spritz Finance. I have used it as well. I like it. I like it, man. I really like it. And it's a true use case and the true utility that the crypto space needs, right? Because now certain bills, I don't have to worry about converting money into fiat. I could just literally pay it through Spritz Finance, which is dope. Definitely for people that has most of their money in crypto compared to fiat money. Mike Ace Fibonacci, man. Nice, bro. Mike, I think you should create an investment group. We will support you. I do know people who can investigate new projects. Cool. I tell you what, send me a DM on Twitter and let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Send me a DM on Twitter, man. Let's talk about it. And I got a blue check, so don't get confused by any of the scammers that may be out there. No longer the Howey test, but the XRP test. Man, this chat turned into XLM, XRP, but I like it, man. I like it. I hold both 100%. If you start a group, I love to join it. Atlas Crypto, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. God Emperor Trump. Mike, do you think BTT is still a good coin to hold? If you're looking to hold it through the next cycle, I would say yes. I will say though, take profits, please. Take profits. Take profits. Take profits the next time. Take profits. I just claimed a loss on my tax from Voyager. Dude, I got a major loss that's gonna help me out this year from Voyager, man. Cause I lost a ton of freaking money, dude. So man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. But yeah, I still think BTT is cool, but I don't think it's a project you're gonna see. You're not gonna see a 20x, 100x, 1000x. Could it 10x again? It could. It definitely could. However, I think that will be more so of the cap for this cycle. So keep in mind, the last time when I talked about BTT before it did that 10x and took off, I told people take profits. And what happened? They did not take profits and they said, Mike, BTT is down. So take profits. Have you heard about Flare Networks? I have, but I'm not too involved. But I have. With all the XRP you have, I'm sure you definitely dabbled in it quite a bit, I'm guessing. But yes, I am aware of Flare Networks, yes. OMG, BTT, I remember when that bad boy pumped to 10. So, man, hey, I sold some too, but I didn't sell all of it because I was just holding, right? I was holding. I said, I'm going to hold this long term till it gets to at least this price. And I should have just sold it all and just bought back in, right? But yeah, that bad boy pumped like 2 months before I started talking about it, I was breaking it down. That thing went crazy. I have 100 million BTT. Okay, are you staking any of it? If not, I would definitely recommend probably staking some of it, so at least you can earn a little bit more on what you're already holding just for holding it. You know what I mean? Can we create an NFT based on your hair? Based on my hair? I mean, yeah, shit, why not? Yeah. That'll be dope, man. That'll be dope. Yeah, any NFT I ever created that I signed off on, it will have to give back passive income to the holders, because you guys know how I am. I'm real big on passive income. So what I would have to tie in some type of a way to bring back, you know, some type of an income to the holders. That wouldn't be the only utility, but that would be one of the big utilities as well. And I wouldn't have a super big supply either, in my opinion. I will make it a lower supply, in my opinion. So Mighty Mofo, do you make NFTs at all? You got anything up your sleeve? So yeah, we are coming up on our hour here soon. But yeah, keep the questions coming. We got a few more questions. If anybody has, drop them down in the live chat, and I'll do my best to get those answered for you. Says not yet, but I have a friend. All right, okay. Send me a rough draft copy or something like that, man. See what we can do. See what we can do. Suckers rally a real pump. Hey man, as I said, I don't think this is it's definitely a rally, but I don't think it's the bull market pump. Not at all. We're nowhere close to signify that, in my opinion. Even if we get good news tomorrow and market pumps up even higher, I still don't think it's the bull market. I think we're too early. I think we're way too early. And then if you think about just how some of it goes, right? The Bitcoin halving isn't until next year, 2024, which I think is about mid-year, sometime around that time, is when the Bitcoin halving is. If you look at history, the bull market has always came after the Bitcoin halving, the supply shock and all of that. And then if you think about what's coming out this year and in 2024, regulation, CBDCs, you know, regulation for the whole globe when it comes to crypto, like all of that will shake the market up temporarily until we figure out how regulation really affects crypto, right? So I think all of that's going to be huge for crypto. Regulation, inflation rates, you know, all of the things that affects the CPI consumer numbers, you know, the people with the layoff numbers as well. I think all of that's going to be huge. We still see companies that are laying off people as well, which shows what they need to save money. They need to downsize, you know. So I think these are all things to keep in mind. I do think this month, this pump should allow people to make some decent money, you know, if they were able to buy at the bottom a little bit, and then when that pump came, they took some profits. And I would recommend, if you're sitting on a 1x, 2x, 3x, take profits. Of course, don't listen to me, but if I were you, take profits. Take profits. I think we're too early, in my opinion, for the bull run. Way too early. We're barely over 1 trillion. All-time high was 3.1 trillion. If we hit over 2 trillion, then we can probably say, okay, something may be happening here. But it's just a little bit of a rally, in my opinion. No bull run at all. We will know tomorrow or in 2 days. It says bull trap. I think it is. I don't think the bull market pump isn't going to happen this year. I don't either. I don't either. The earliest I could see it happening is late 2024. But if I had to pick 1 year, I think it's going to happen in 2025. Is when I think the next bull run will happen. And I think the following bull run after 2025 happens in 2030. Just my opinion. I think we will bounce between 26K and 19K the whole 2023. Yep. Maybe time to create a new drip wallet soon. Could be. I got 3 of them already, so right now I'm just kind of hanging out and waiting to get that first one maxed out before I start creating any new ones. But yeah, we are now on our DeFi Passive Income Hour. Was more so of DeFi, mainstream cryptos, but I like it. That's what it's about. For all of us to talk, get your questions answered, and discuss, what's going on. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all the questions. 𝗚𝗥𝗔𝗕, I personally don't think CBDCs are a good idea at all. I don't either. This is why I think it will affect the markets temporarily. DeFi and crypto was originally to get away from centralized banks / financial institutions, and CBDCs brings back to that. Absolutely. It basically gives centralized authorities the control they got in the traditional markets, the same control in crypto, right? Enjoyed the stream. I appreciate it. First time comment too, man. So I definitely appreciate it, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Made money on 𝗚𝗥𝗓𝗏 in August 2021, a little over 2 mil, and the IRS is still auditing me because they didn't like what was reported. Damn, I'm with you, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Hope everything goes well, man. And hopefully, well, I don't know how you did things, but hopefully, depending on how things was done, I don't know if those wallets was already attached, to a crypto exchange or anything of that nature. If so, they know. But if not, hopefully you was able to maneuver some of that money through the loophole, if you know what I mean. Money bugging. LJ DeFi question mark: are you accumulating REAP and BREAP in your bag until it has run up to sell, then repeat the process when it comes back down? I don't have any REAP. And the BREAP I did have, I actually sold it because I didn't want to get any referral rewards or compound rewards. I literally just wanted to make my first wallet maxed out without having to get any, team rewards, right? I wanted to show people that you can do it without having a team. So I actually ended up selling all of my BREAP, and then I literally just used that BREAP to buy more drip. But I did that mid towards the early of last year when I did that. DCA the whole year. Are you into beans? I'm not into baked beans or purple beans. I am on the sideline, but I will watch everybody else and see how they do. I'm into beanstalk. Okay. Patrick Straub. Good show, Mike. I learned a few things. See you next time. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you tuning in, Patrick. Have you heard about MetaMask not collecting IP addresses? Yeah, and if you think about it, MetaMask to a degree is centralized because it's ran on Ethereum. And if you know anything about Ethereum is centralized. I got a whole bunch of notes say, but there's something that MetaMask uses that's like the backbone. And there's a company that actually controls all of that. And so with that being said, it's not far-fetched. Now, if they start collecting IP addresses, if you think about it, though, technically, if you're not using a VPN, it kind of already has your IP address, if you think about it, if you're not using a VPN. So when you say collecting the IP address, would that be for IRS purposes and things of that nature? Because I've definitely heard some things going on potentially there. Use token pocket. I think I missed your comment on Q&T, but it will surprise a lot of people. Yeah, I didn't say too much on Quant. I just was I think Quant is legit. I don't own any of it or anything of that nature, but I do like what I've seen and the connections that it has as well. So for the people that still watching, we got about 50 people watching. I asked this question earlier and it may have went over some of you guys' head. So on my upload days, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I want to do 2 videos, one for my high risk people, and then another for the mainstream people who want to hear more of the mainstream cryptos. That's where I'm thinking about going. I may add it on the community to get a poll going. But for the people that's on the live stream, I wanted to ask you guys in real time. The company I think you're talking about with MetaMask and ETH is Coins. Okay. It could be. But yeah, there's an underlining thing that like basically controls all of the transactions, you know, on Ethereum and all of that. And if you know, MetaMask is based off of Ethereum, you know what I mean? And so if those companies control that underlining, and I don't have exactly what it is off the top, but if that company controls that underlining thing that has access to all of the transactions that are done on Ethereum network, right? That means it's centralized. That means if something else wanted to happen with that company, or let's say the government wanted to force themselves into say, hey, we need to see all of these transactions. We need to see who is what is what. They could do that. So that's one thing to keep in mind regarding MetaMask. But 𝗚𝗥𝗔𝗕, you are definitely on to something. I will look into collecting IPs, but there is something that I always felt MetaMask was already centralized, just because it's an Ethereum-based wallet, even though you can add other networks, but it's an Ethereum-based wallet, and I can't remember what it is, but whatever can basically see and control the transactions on Ethereum is controlled by a company, a centralized company, which means it's not decentralized. So it's Exodus decentralized. I think it's more decentralized than any crypto exchange. What are your thoughts on Phantom and 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗏? If I had to pick out of the two, I would pick 𝗟𝗘𝗏. But I think they can be good projects. I think 𝗟𝗘𝗏 has a better chance to succeed. However, I could be wrong. But if I had to pick, I would pick 𝗟𝗘𝗏. I would pick 𝗟𝗘𝗏. Phantom has some weird things going on. They didn't have a ton of nodes out there as well, which could, you know, cause a higher risk of, you know, network shutdown, network hack, things of that nature, because you don't have that many nodes that are, you know, controlling that overall network, right? The more nodes that network has, the more secure it is, the more it can scale. So that was one thing I didn't really like about Phantom. 𝗟𝗘𝗏 will make you a star. Thoughts on VeChain? Still holding it, earning that VThor. VeChain is going to be solid, man. It's a project I've been holding since probably early 2021. You know, supply chain cryptocurrency. So I definitely think it's going to be big. It definitely has some connections that other cryptocurrencies don't have. And when you talk about the overall supply chain, we know how huge that is, right? You could just look at how inflation has affected the supply chain with things that we buy every day. You know what I mean? So definitely think it's going to be good. VeChain still hasn't reached its peak. I don't think it has either. I'm all for both videos, Mike. Main and high risk. It's good to get into newer projects as well as updates on what more mainstream projects are doing. All right, appreciate it. Money Buggy. I use IP Vanish to buy on exchange, not accessible from the US markets. I then off-chain to an international account. Okay. Got you. So if I'm reading between the lines with limited information, I would assume because of how you maneuvered and probably how you got through the loophole a little bit, I would assume, 𝗚𝗛𝗑𝗓𝗔, this is why the IRS is auditing you, because of what you reported based off of that 2 million. Right. Of course, don't go into detail, man, because I don't want you to, putting it out there you don't want to, but just based off of what you told me. Any updates on 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏😅 𝗚𝗏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏😅 has been quiet ever since the launch to the ETH chain. They have been quiet. Still paying out though, because it's a rewards token. So whenever there's volume, which there is every day, you're always going to get paid out in the stable coin. However, volume does matter how much is going to be paid out to holders on top of how many tokens do you actually hold itself. But yeah, 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 has been quiet. They haven't made any major updates on what's going to come next after they launch on the ETH chain. So now they're on BSC and ETH, and they haven't really touched on anything else too much. 𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, yup, man, well said, man. I read between the lines, brother. I got you. I love your work from India. I appreciate. Had a few people from India, man. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Unless I got any last quick questions, I would definitely stay on and answer those. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Yes, DJ, I have looked into Droplet. I talked about this a little bit towards probably about the earlier part of the stream. The playback will be available as well. So if you do want to hear a little bit on that, the playback will be available pretty soon. 𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, I will sub, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. 𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, I thought you was already sub, man. You show love quite a bit. I definitely remember the name, but man, I appreciate it. Got Droplet. Still farming that cake over at PancakeSwap. That DEX has come a long way and a lot of changes, but I'm still staking. Yes, cake is legit, man. Cake is legit, and of course, with PancakeSwap being the #1 DEX on BSC, it definitely is going to give cake that what's the word I'm looking for? That not first mover advantage, but another word for first mover advantage. It basically gives it that leg up over the competition because it's the native token, for the main DEX on PancakeSwap. So not too familiar with XTP, but a little familiar with Laura. I don't know. Atrora. No, never mind. I don't think I'm familiar with this. Because this isn't the gaming project, right? That's Allura, if I'm correct. Outrora, this is a different project. So if this is not the gaming project I'm thinking about, then I'm not familiar with these two. Hey, Mike, is all this crypto knowledge and crypto tech from the dark web? No, man, just researching, man. I also have an inner circle where we talk as well. We also talk on Signal. So if you heard of the Signal app, it's basically a way to talk about things that powers that be may not want you to talk about, and it's not really tracked, right? You can kind of talk about it anonymously. So I have groups where we talk about stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I don't share publicly just because of what may happen. Have a good day. Thanks. No problem. Appreciate you tuning in. Peace, brother. Next bull run, NFTs or metaverse games. Next bull run, NFTs or metaverse games. I think both of them are going to have a run because you're going to have NFTs that's implemented into the metaverse games because some of those NFTs are going to be playable characters. So I think both of them are going to have a run. Both of them. What's up, Mike? Captain Fix. What's up? Are Droplet doing buy and burn? Well, it's more so of sending drip to the tax vault. It's more so what they're doing, but they haven't done it as of yet. So still very new project. Enjoyed the live stream, LJ DeFi. I appreciate you as always. Appreciate you, man. I don't see anything in the tax vault. Yeah, because that means it's probably been gone, from all the sales. You know what I mean? Smash the like button because the community rally that they were doing for a little bit, which they were sending drip to the tax vault, which I think was good for the community to do it, right? And it shows how strong the community is, but how long will the community just constantly send drip over to the tax vault, right? That was more so of just trying to help the tax vault, help the drip price, and wait for Forex to drop its utility, right? Keep doing what you're doing, Mike. Haven't stopped following you. Appreciate all your work, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You're a real one. You're a real one. Everyone smash that like button. Yes, smart NFT gaming. Yep. Tax vault going empty. Yeah, because people selling and there's no drip going back in the tax vault. You know what I mean? That's just like if you got more sellers than buyers, the price is going to decrease, you know? So if you got more drip that's being pulled out, that's going into the tax vault, the drip vault is going to be drained. You know what I mean? So Super Sticker, I appreciate the $2 donation, man. Definitely appreciate it. And tuning in the chat as well. I appreciate it. Have they started the burn with Droplet? I don't believe they have. I don't believe they have. And supposedly they're supposed to be doing making a change to the dashboard, so it will show like how much drip they're going to be sending over to the tax vault. But I don't think any of that is actually implemented yet. But I would say join their Telegram so you can stay up to date on everything. Yeah, peace out, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. MB, thoughts on VV? Still holding some of my VV NFTs, but I haven't dabbled with VV in quite some time, just because I don't really want to be in the buy and flip game when it comes to NFTs. I'd rather hold an NFT that's going to pay me or give me some type of exclusive access that will open up networking opportunities, right? So that's why I'm still holding my VV NFTs that I hold, but I haven't been dabbling into any of the drops or anything. Which gaming tokens like Sand, Gala, Man, etc. you'll buy more of? Efinity and Engine. Efinity and Engine. Solid, in my opinion. Are you getting an Avenger NFT? I talked to Mo. You talking about from the drip reservoir? I might. But I think you're talking about the drip reservoir, right, Captain Fix? But yeah, I might, man. I might. But all right, y'all. We are about, talking about the drip reservoir. I might, man. I might. But yeah, we are about an hour and 17 minutes in. Definitely enjoy kicking with everybody. Okay, cool, brother. Respect. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, we will have another one. As I said, I want to try to do this once a week. And then, as I mentioned, you'll probably see kind of a new flow this week of coming up videos, because I do want to still touch on my high risk stuff, but I also want to kind of get back to talking about some of the mainstream things as well also. So yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Smash that like button on the way out. And also the playback will be available a few minutes after this goes off. So if you came in late, live stream will be available. Catch you guys on the next one. And we are out.